thanks for stopping by today. It's good to see you as we start this new theme called You're Such a Character. We're looking at these characters from the Old Testament that lived in faithfulness to God and learned how to trust in the faithfulness of God. And today we're going to look at Abraham, somebody that we've probably looked at 100 times and we kind of know his story. But let's just go back over it one more time. And let's start at this point where God changed his name to Abraham. His name before was Abram and his wife was Sarai. Now, Abram had every perceived marker of God's favor except one, and that is he had no children. Sarai was unable to conceive according to Genesis 11, and so we have this moment where God's making a big promise that doesn't look like it is humanly possible. And time goes by. He was 75, Abram was, when he received this promise. And time goes by and Sarai's seeing no promise fulfilled. And so she says, hey, Abram, how about you take Hagar and use her as a surrogate? And let's see if we can build a family through her. Well, we know the whole story. Hagar got pregnant. She got cocky. Sarai got bent out of shape, blamed Abram. She then begins to mistreat Hagar, and Hagar runs away, only to find out that the Lord was watching over her and had a plan for her son. But this did not solve Abram and Sarai's problem. They still did not have children. So this was not the fulfillment God had for them. And, you know, I feel like I could have done what Abram did. I feel like I could have tried to make God's plan work. If I had a knowledge of a specific plan, I could be very clear that, you know, if it's not happening this way, let's try another way. And I wonder, were there markers along the way that told them that it was going to come through Sarai? Well, I think that there are some clues, but when their plan turned into a mess, that's actually where God steps in and he actually saves them at that point. And this is where I want to take some encouragement from Abraham's story. I mean, we can find ourselves and remind ourselves that waiting is hard, but waiting is best. I mean, that's one thing we could talk about. The other thing is that we talk about how patient God is with Abraham at this point. But, you know, allow me to draw our attention to this, that God is able to redeem our missteps. That even though Abram and Sarai acted unfaithfully and acted foolishly, that the Lord made a provision for them. He made a way for his purpose to move forward, even when this couple tried to force the fulfillment. I mean, redemption, it's God's specialty. Isn't that great news? In the broad arc of Scripture, we find out that it's God's bent to redeem and to restore and to reclaim. He doesn't easily give up on us. I would not encourage you to test this by seeing how far you can walk away from God. I wouldn't test it by seeing what you could do to not do God's will so that he can rescue you. That really wouldn't be the point. But just know that if there is a point at which you do misstep, that you can't misstep beyond God's ability to rescue and save you. God can redeem that misstep, and he can redeem it and then use it for the benefit of other people. So let's take this to heart today, okay? God is for you, and he will always make a way to redeem whatever missteps we take. Whatever's not in his plan, he's going to be faithful to us, and we can trust his faithfulness today. We can trust him to redeem our missteps. So that's what we can take away from Abraham's story today, and I hope that that encourages you, that whatever steps you're taking, if one of them goes a little off the path, God can bring it back, and God can bring you back. God bless you today. Have a good one. I'll see you next week.